This is SRN Sports.
WVWB, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
Good morning, the big 1400 WVWB. It is 16 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WVWB, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. At the request of the United States, the UN Security Council holds an emergency meeting today to discuss the ongoing unrest in Iran. Organizers plan more pro-government rallies today, while activists have posted new videos of their anti-government demonstrations, despite Tehran's attempts to stop them.
The Iranian government has cracked down on the protesters. There's been at least 21 deaths in the unrest. And what the Iranian government has done is limited the ability of protesters and demonstrators to use social media to coordinate their rallies as well as share images of the rallies.
Correspondent John Gambrell. A day after a massive winter storm slammed the East Coast with heavy snow, hurricane-force winds, and coastal flooding, forecasters predict record-breaking cold air and strong winds into the weekend. Also at SRNnews.com, the book Fire and Fury goes on sale today. The publisher moving up the release 4 days after the White House demanded publication be halted. President Trump notes that former aide Steve Bannon praised him after being called out for negative statements he made in the book.
I don't know, he called me a great man last night, so, he obviously changed his tune pretty quick.
Mr. Trump saying he no longer talks to his former chief strategist. Topping 25,000, the Dow recording its quickest 1,000-point move ever.
The Dow passed 5 1,000-point barriers in 2017 on its way to a 25% gain for the year. Equity trader Matthew Cheslock says the expectation for the Dow is remarkably optimistic and almost too optimistic.
After 20% gains last year in the Dow, can we meet or exceed those? That's going to be tough to tell. But the expectations are tax reforms, at least for the first half of the year, are going to take us to new highs.
Correspondent Julie Walker, Dow futures are up 84 points. This is SRN News. The Louisiana Attorney General releases a guidebook on religion in the schools.
Jeff Landry says he wants to clear up any confusion about the freedoms accorded students in his state. The guidebook is designed to help school administrators understand what is and isn't constitutional when it comes to prayer and other religious expression in the classroom. Landry says, quote, despite court ruling after court ruling affirming our constitutional rights, there remains confusion on the practical application of those rights in public schools. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
A group of Greek priests has issued a statement decrying abortion. The Diocese of Orestiada says state-supported abortion is destroying Greece, pushing the country to the edge of the abyss. Pointing to a decline in Greek population, the priests are urging the government to stop funding 300,000 abortions each year and render support to underprivileged and large families in Greece. This is SRN News. Getting back to normal after the tragedy in Vegas.
The "What happens here stays here" slogan is back by popular demand for Las Vegas. 3 months after the slogan was paused following the mass shooting outside the Mandalay Bay Hotel Casino, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority has revived its 15-year-old slogan. A new ad running online and on several TV networks shows some of the iconic casinos of Las Vegas as part of a time travel storyline. Networks airing the ad include Travel Channel, Food Network, and USA. I'm Mike Rossi.
The Trump administration wants to vastly expand offshore energy exploration in U.S. coastal areas. Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke says responsible development of offshore energy resources would boost jobs and economic security. Says it would also provide billions of dollars to fund conservation efforts along U.S. coastlines. More details at srnnews.com.
You have big plans. Pregnancy might not be part of them. You owe it to yourself to understand your options and make a decision you'll be confident with. Hope Pregnancy Center offers complimentary pregnancy tests, prenatal ultrasound scans, and options information in a non-judgmental setting. Call today for your consultation. Our number is 931-645-2273 or find us on the web at hopepregnancy.net.
The Big 1400 WVWB Clarksville area weather, very cold with sunshine, patchy clouds, high today of 29, overnight low of 11. For Saturday, quite cold, plenty of sunshine, expect a high of 28, overnight low of 18. And Sunday, warming up to 44 degrees, not quite as cold with cloudy skies as that rain chance increases on Sunday. Currently, we're at 16 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county already very busy for this Friday morning. 41A Fort Campbell busy, especially out on the north side. New Providence Boulevard very busy at the moment. Looks like 4813 if you're coming into the city from the county, very busy, especially out by Montgomery Central. And Liberty Park also very busy in that area as well. 41A Sango not too bad at the moment. Tylertown Road, Trenton Road, the 101st Parkway, all busy. Rossview Road, if you're headed to the interstate, it looks good. It's just slow in a couple of spots. And the MLK 76 connector looking good all the way out to the interstate. And if you are headed to Nashville this morning, well, 24 looks good all the way into the musical city. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Well, good morning. They're wrapping up this rank here, but what a slowdown on 24 westbound, trying to get past Harding Place. Other wrecks out here include 24 there around Bell Road, 65 northbound entrance ramp at OHB there in Brentwood. That appeared to be minor, and wrapping up that wreck on Brawley Parkway at Centennial Boulevard. If you're looking for the best bargains, then check out GimmeA5.com. They're in Clarksville, Lebanon, Dixon, now Madison, with more locations on the way. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at get your traffic and weather together this morning and the latest national news on the Big 1400 WVWB. It is Friday. The time is 7:10. This is the 5th of January. I think I'm all correct this morning, at least for once. And that means it's time for the Friday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Good morning, Chuck Edwards.
Good morning, John Michaels. You know, we've made it almost to a complete week in the first day of 2018.
Yes, but your word of the day is almost.
Yeah, well,
we're
I
not
mean,
there
because
yet.
we really,
We're close.
we were off Monday. Remember?
Oh, we were?
Yeah, we weren't here Monday. I wasn't here Monday.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
So, you know,
I'm still trying to think. Yes, you'd be correct.
I was not here Monday, and so that's why I say almost and, you know, we still got, but we got Saturday and Sunday to go, but we still made it to Friday.
That's right.
And that's the 5th day of January 2018.
That's right.
And it is a Friday.
You're a
and
winner.
that means that it is a free-form Friday, so you never know what you're going to hear this morning when John Michaels at the controls. The Big 1400, WVWB, Chuck and John. The big 1400 WVWB, it is 7:16. We're at 16 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Expecting a high today of 29. Plenty of sunshine, but it's not going to warm things up. It just looks good. Still going to be cold outside, but we warm up by Sunday to a high of around 44. Still that chance of rain coming our way, but that's in the forecast for Sunday.
No snow, right?
I'm sorry?
No snow.
No snow.
No snow.
I don't see any precipitation.
Good.
Any wintry mix on the way. But we do have a Sports Now update coming your way at 7:20 this morning, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Musically, John has lined up Tavares, King Floyd, and the Ides of March this hour. But first, John wants us to do birthdays.
Birthday! It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. Kristen Cavallari is 31. She was in Laguna Beach and the Hills. She's married to NFL quarterback Jay Cutler, who also played at Vanderbilt.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's no good. I mean,
John!
I'm sorry. Did I say that already?
He's with the Dolphins, and they were doing okay until he got hurt.
That's right.
One of my favorite actors, Bradley Cooper, is 43. You like him?
It's okay.
I like Bradley Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah. Vinnie Jones is 53, the Juggernaut in X-Men and The Last Stand. He also showed a lighter side with a bit of singing as the lovable bad guy Gareth in Gallivant. Clancy Brown is 59. You don't know who Clancy Brown is, do you?
Name sounds familiar, but I should know.
He is 59. He is a character actor, and he's probably most well known for the brutal prison guard Captain Hadley in Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay.
You got him?
Yeah,
you got him now?
I got a face.
Yeah. He was rough, man.
He was scary.
He was scary. Oh, man, he was scary. Pamela Sue Martin is 65. She's from the Nancy Drew Mysteries. George.
She was hot back in the day.
I'm sorry?
She was hot back in the day.
Okay. Yeah. She's been replaced by SHS? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. George Funky Brown of Kool and the Gang is 69.
All right.
Ted Lang. Remember him?
Yeah.
He is 70 from The Love Boat. He's Isaac the bartender on The Love Boat. Diane Keaton is 72. Charlie Rose, 76 and unemployed, but still counting his money. He's okay.
I don't think he's hurting. I don't believe he's hurting for money, do you?
And Robert Duvall.
He is 84.
87.
Dang, always like
87.
3 years off.
Yes. And, you know, I was looking over some of the movies that he's been in. Man, this guy has a bio.
Yeah.
I mean, really, he has a volume of work. Colors, Days of Thunder, Thank You for Not Smoking, Second and Out. Just, it list goes. He's been in all kind of movies.
He has a very young wife, too.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, you know. 10 days until Dr. Martin Luther King Day, 42 days until Year of the Dog, and 70 days till the movie Tomb Raider comes out.
When does daylight savings time start?
March the 20th.
Oh, that's spring. That's the first day of spring.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Gosh.
But you'll find out.
April the 1st is Easter.
Yeah, you'll find out.
But I need to know when daylight savings time starts again.
Okay.
So we can get these hours.
You want me to ask Google?
Yeah.
I'll call home and ask Google.
Okay.
And she'll find out.
You can do that.
Yeah. Yeah. The big 1400. Okay. WJZM down. Yeah. Wrong answer. WVWB.
It's Friday!
It's Friday. I'm going to get it right.
Boogie.
Hope your day is going well. Thank you for joining us here on Big 1400 WVWV. It is a blustery 16 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of around 29, 11 for an overnight low, and then for Saturday up to 28 degrees. You know, Hooters, are you familiar with Hooters?
Yes, I am a little
barely,
bit. Barely, yeah. I've never been.
Are you familiar with Bitcoin?
Not really.
But you've heard of Bitcoin.
I have heard of Bitcoin.
Well, I'm going to show you how this relates.
How do you get Hooters and Bitcoin together?
Hooters' parent company announced Tuesday that they were going to start a new rewards program using cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency.
Not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency.
Okay.
And basically, just saying that word, the stock price jumped immediately 50%. So, you know, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, you know, what happened to the old-fashioned dollar?
Dollar a holla.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's up with
I'm sure the waitresses at Hooters would rather have the old greenback. Well, maybe I'll tell you what, I'll put you some crypto coin in your
in your account. Yeah. Not happening. Not happening.
No. She'd be like, I want some money.
Yeah. But, you know, technology and everything is just moving in like warp speed.
Oh, I know.
You know, cryptocurrency, you know, and
cryptocurrency.
Yeah. But somebody's
We're being called to the carpet.
Somebody's gonna tell us what cryptocurrency is.
Well, let's just live dangerously.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Clarksville. You're on the air.
Hey, making our economy great again. We're going to have Valentine's Day falls on Ash Wednesday.
It does?
Yeah.
Huh. So you can put the mark on and give a box of candy, right?
Whatever you got to do on that day. Y'all just stay warm Friday.
Okay.
We will.
Thank you. You have a good Friday.
Bye.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yeah, 104 years ago in 1914, Henry Ford announced that he was implementing a minimum wage of $5 a day for an 8-hour workday and profit sharing. The first national minimum wage didn't come along until 1938, when the Fair Labor Standards Act set it at 25 cents an hour.
That's about what we make now.
That's a little more, isn't it?
Yeah,
what's
it is.
going on?
That's something. I'll have to look into that.
75 years ago in 1943, George Washington Carver died in Tuskegee, Alabama at the age of 81. He was a great educator, scientist, and inventor of...
Go ahead.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
That's right.
The smooth kind.
You don't like the crunchy?
I'm not a crunch master.
I'm not either. I like mine smooth.
Yeah, I like it. 62 years ago, in 1956, Elvis Presley recorded Heartbreak Hotel, and 4 months later, it hit #1. It was written by Mae Axton, Hoyt Axton's mother, and was based on a true story. 48 years ago, 1970, All My Children premiered on ABC. The last episode aired in 2011. And 46 years ago, in 1972, President Nixon signed a $5.5 billion bill to create the space shuttle. Apollo 13 was on the other night. Every time, there's certain movies, every time they're on, I have to watch them. You know, and I know how it's going to end.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Titanic movie. I mean, I've never watched it. Why? Because the ship sinks. What do you need to know? Apollo 13, trouble. Houston, we have a problem. Yeah,
30 years ago in 1988, basketball legend Pistol Pete Maravich died of a heart attack during a pickup basketball game in Pasadena, California. He was 40 years old. 20 years ago, 1998, superstar Sonny Bono skied into a tree and died in South Lake Tahoe, California. He was 62. And 14 years ago, 2004, baseball legend Tug McGraw, better known to some of you as the estranged father of country music star Tim McGraw, died of brain cancer at the age of 59. Back in the day.
That was back in the day.
There you have back in the day. Time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows on the Big 1400, brought to you by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy.
This Sports Now update is presented by Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. Now enrolling students in pre-K through 3rd grade online at powerandgraceacademy.com.
Right at 2 months after being fired as the University of Tennessee's head football coach, Butch Jones is back in the spotlight today after a recent interview with ESPN. Jones, making his first public comments since being ousted at UT, made lots of excuses about going winless in conference play this past season, citing an unprecedented amount of injuries. He also went above and beyond to cite strides made within the Vols football program throughout his 5-year tenure, pointing to back-to-back 9-win seasons and 3 straight bowl wins for the first time this decade. Coach Jones has likely resurfaced to publicly campaign for the head coaching position at the University of Arizona. He's been mentioned as a front-runner for that recent opening due to his past relationship with Wildcats athletics director David Heek. Should Coach Jones land the Arizona job, his newfound compensation would go against the over $8 million contract buyout he is currently owed by UT football. Now to college basketball, where the Governors of Austin Peay are off to their best Ohio Valley Conference start since 2011, now standing at 3-0 in conference play after besting UT Martin last night inside the Dunn Center 75-69. Junior guard Chris Porter Button turned in a career best performance in the victory, sinking 3 of 5 3-point shots, dishing out 7 assists and pumping in a team high 16 points. The Govs will be back in action on Saturday night at 7 o'clock hosting the Redhawks of Southeast Missouri State. Also, don't forget, fans will have high school basketball tonight here on the Big 1400. Clarksville Academy is on the road at Friendship Christian for a girl-boy doubleheader, and we will have the call starting with pregame coverage at 5:50. From the WVWB Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
God's Word is full of life lessons we should all hold dear. Your children can learn those amazing lessons daily at Power and Grace Preparatory Academy. They're certified by the Tennessee Department of Education and offer enrichment courses in Spanish, music, and art. Students of Power and Grace Preparatory Academy also participate in STEAM Fridays, a program concentrating on science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Now offering before and after care spanning from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can enroll your child today online at powerandgraceacademy.com or by calling 931-320-9862.
The world-famous 1400 WJZM time capsule. If you've eaten a burger at Jiffy Burger, you're gonna love WJZM Clarksville. The Big 1400 WJZM.
Big 1400 WVWB. It is 16 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Expecting a high today of 29. I was reading about a lady in England, a 41-year-old woman. She spent 6 years thinking that she had Crohn's disease, which is a serious, very serious bowel disorder.
It is.
But then her doctors decided to do some exploratory surgery, and they found out that she had pieces of a Heinz ketchup packet lodged in her small intestine.
What?
Yeah.
What'd she do? Eat
she
one?
She swallowed the...
swallowed
ketchup.
The whole little package of ketchup?
Not the whole packet. Evidently, it got mixed in with her French fries. You know how when you open them up, it's not clear how or when she swallowed it, but, you know...
Well, surely she knew.
Well, yeah, not necessarily. If you get eating those French fries with cheese on them and everything else, and now that Taco Bell's coming out with French fries, what can you do?
I don't want a pack of ketchup in my French fries.
But you know how you tear
you tear the corner off. Most of them now have, okay.
Yeah, some of them have it where you just lift it up and dip it.
Yes.
You can dip it. But you think about her tearing the corner off, and she could have torn the corner off, and it dropped, and she never paid any attention to it. Because, our bodies are so sensitive internally that it doesn't take a whole lot, and a small piece of aluminum foil lodged in your small intestine could definitely wreak havoc.
Yeah.
And it did with her. And for 6 years, she thought she had Crohn's disease.
Wow.
And
that's all it ended up being, was just that.
Well, yeah, and another note, we're always trying to be ahead of the curve, or there always turns out to be something fashionable in our world, and we want to be a part of it. We're talking about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. You think about that. Well, listen to this.
Just give me money.
Speaking of money, when you think of Silicon Valley, what do you think of? You think of money?
Yeah.
You think of high-tech, Silicon Valley on the left coast, and the people got a lot of money, and they got a lot of things. They don't have a lot of things to do with that money, so they kind of reinvent stuff. Well, when you have more money than you know how to handle, you buy the dumbest things possible. Okay? Just an opinion. You will buy the dumbest things possible. Apparently, the hot new trend in Silicon Valley right now is drinking raw water. You say, what? You say, Chuck, John, what's raw water?
Is that like just go to the creek and get some out? Or?
It's just water that is straight from a spring that's, quote, unfiltered, untreated, and unsterilized.
That could be good water, though. No?
The theory is that people who eat raw fruits, vegetables, and nuts also want to drink raw water. But they really shouldn't. They really shouldn't. According to food safety experts, Bill Maher, it's insanely dangerous to drink untreated water, and that's the reason every drop we drink is filtered. And water is filtered. I mean, you think about it, almost everything conceivable that can make you sick can be found in water. Even water from beautiful natural springs probably has animal feces in it, which means it can contain everything from E. coli to cholera, and they could potentially kill you.
Sorry, my head's exploding.
So it's okay for you want to drink some raw water?
I'll drink spring water anytime over probably what comes out of the tap.
But, either way, until the word gets out, raw water is going to be hot. We used to drink spring water
from a cave that had bats in it and everything. We drank the water right out, just...
There's something about the filtration system with money that runs underground, like and so, like when we go home to Virginia, we used to always go through the Shenandoah Mountains. And we go through the Shenandoah Mountains, and there were these areas where they would have the mountain water running down, and we would take jugs to make sure we got with that water.
That's right.
But there's something about the natural filtration system. But, until the word gets out, they're going to continue to drink the raw water. It's hot right now of all places. I know I fooled you. San Francisco, duh, It's hot in San Francisco, and a half-a-gallon jug of raw water sells for $61.
Well, I need to go down to the country.
You need to get a loan.
I'll just go buy some empty plastic jugs and go down to the country and fill them up. I got some $50 a gallon right here. Raw water. Come and get it right now. Popcorn, peanuts, raw water. Oh,
okay, John.
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
I'm a little bit caffeinated today.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh.
We're going to back off.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have a caller? They hung up.
They hung up.
Okay, we need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
When you play the new Multiplier Instant Games from the Tennessee Lottery, there's a chance you could win more cash than you expected. In fact, with Multiplier Games, you could turn $1,000 into $10,000, $5,000 into $250 grand, or you could even turn $10,000 into a whopping $2 million. So pick up a Multiplier Instant Game today, and you could just watch the cash fall into place. Multiplier Games, new from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Just remember to play responsibly. America, the home of fun-seeking adventurers.
America, it's fun as it can be.
And they all like draw games.
America, it's a game for you and me.
But wait till they get a load of Lotto America. With tickets just $1, drawings twice a week, and jackpots starting at $2 million. It's Lotto America from the Tennessee Lottery.
Hey, are you stressed out about a receding hairline or tired of daily watching handfuls of hair float down the drain? Eliminate hair loss and grow brand new hair with the all-new Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Over-the-counter shampoos are damaging your scalp and causing hair loss with harsh detergents. Vermax offers natural, botanically-based solutions to clean your scalp, prevent hair loss, open up pores, and reestablish hair follicles. Don't be bald. Call Vermax today at 888-601-7864 to get that lush, healthy head of hair you've always wanted. Again, the number to call, 888-601-7864. Eliminate hair loss with Vermax Scalp Enrichment Shampoo and Hair Restoration Tonic. Call 888-601-7864 now. That's right, call 888-601-7864 now.
The new year is upon us, and we've made it through the holiday season. Now it's time to stop dreaming of candy canes and sugar plums and think more practically. It's time for a new set of tires, and the place to get them is Hell Yeah Tires at the corner of Greenwood and Crossland Avenue in Clarksville. They have the area's largest selection of new and used tires, and they'll guarantee you the best deal in town. Head on down to Hell Yeah Tires at 702 Greenwood Avenue, or give them a call at 931-552-1403.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
Wow, where did 2017 go? Wherever it went, it's behind us now, and we all get a fresh start here in the new year. If you're a business owner, there's no need to start 2018 off with outdated forms or stationery. Give Copies in a Flash a call, and they'll get everything updated in a flash. They're located at 1841 Business Park Drive and ready to help with all your printing needs. Call them at 931-551-3219 or check them out online at copiesinaflash.com. No job is too big or too small for Copies in a Flash, and they're just around the corner from where you are.
For real estate services, Byers & Harvey can do it all. Real estate sales, rentals, property management, commercial and residential development. Byers & Harvey is Clarksville's oldest independent real estate company and has given continuous service since 1878. Byers & Harvey have 3 locations to serve you: in North Clarksville, in the heart of downtown, and at Sango. For more information and listings, visit them online at byersandharvey.com. byersandharvey.com. Byers & Harvey, Clarksville's real estate company.
Looking for a new golf experience? Tired of playing the same old courses? Try Clarksville's newest golf course, the River Club Golf and Learning Center, located along the Red River. The picturesque River Club offers some of the area's best golf, putting greens, and driving ranges. And while you're there, stop by and have lunch in the clubhouse or enjoy some live music in the evenings. It's open to the public and waiting for you. The River Club Golf and Learning Center, Clarksville's premier golf experience. Call the River Club of Clarksville today for more information. 931-919-30. 3200. The River Club of Clarksville.
Music that's going to lift you up and make you feel great.
Her singing, I love it.
The world-famous WJZM. Turn it up. The big 1400 WJZM.
Big 1400 WVWV. It is 16 degrees at 7:50 in downtown Clarksville. Chuck and John on the Friday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Expect a high today around 29. Cold tonight, 11 for an overnight low. Back up to around 28 or so on Saturday. No mention of any precipitation. The precipitation chance increases for Sunday, though. We expect not quite as cold, around 44 for an expected high. And I'm not going to say anything about any wintry precipitation yet. Because Wewin didn't say anything. I'm not going to say anything. We're just ahead of the Ball Network notebook.
Right all the time.
I'm sorry, sir?
You think Wewin's white all the time, don't you?
Wewin is white all the time because he is the senior meteorologist, and I say, and the best dressed.
Well, he may be the best dressed, but that don't mean he's right all the time.
I trust Wheeling. Who you trust? Your Bunyan?
Me.
Yeah, right. We're just ahead of the Ball Network Notebook with Bob Kessling, brought to you by Copies in a Flash. You know, a couple of lists of bold sports predictions for 2018 are making the rounds online, and I found some of those. They say in baseball, Bryce Harper of the Washington National wins the MVP and then lands with the Chicago Cubs after the season in free agency. That would be a blow to them.
It would be.
Yep. Another prediction is the Nationals ace pitcher Max Scherzer wins his third straight Cy Young Award, which hadn't happened since big, long, tall Randy Johnson won 4 in a row in the early 2000s.
It's been a while.
Yeah, in basketball, LeBron James wins the MVP and stays put in Cleveland despite being a free agent again this summer. In football, the LA Rams get to the Super Bowl. That's in 2018.
Oh.
Apparently, the writer meant for this to happen in the 2019 Super Bowl. And Tiger Woods in golf posts a top 10 finish at a major. And in hockey, the Vegas Golden Knights make the playoffs in their season debut, which frankly looks like a certainty at this point. You know, they're good.
True.
Hey, I mean, they got all those good players.
Yeah, they robbed all the other good teams and took them away.
Yeah, and I didn't want you to feel left out. And the bold prediction for 2018
is
wrestling, John Cena.
Oh, no.
Wins a record 17th World Championship.
He breaks Ric Flair's record.
Yeah, he breaks Ric Flair's record. They're tied right now at 16 apiece.
I won't adhere to the John Cena record because his is more pre-manufactured than Ric Flair's was. Ric Flair had to go from territory to territory where it was a lot harder, even though he consistently won. But yeah, Cena.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Hey, these are just predictions, okay?
Oh, no, they've been predicting that for the last 10 years that he would break his record. Just because Vince McMahon wants to, because Ric Flair was not an original WWE guy. Cena is an original. He was made by Vince McMahon. See all that stuff. Justin Womble would take up. He'd know what I'm talking about.
I'm sure all of you know these well-known names. Justin Womble.
Yeah, Gov guy.
Who?
Never mind. Good gosh.
Okay.
Good gosh.
And in NASCAR, Jimmy Johnson wins the 8th straight NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series, and then he retires. In tennis, Serena Williams comes back in a big way and wins all 4 Grand Slams. Not going to happen because she's already pulled out of the Australian Open, so that's part of the Grand Slams, right?
I don't know.
She wins, yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Anyway, time now for the Vol Network Notebook with Bob Kessling on the Big 1400, brought to you by Copies in a Flash.
Strong to beat Auburn. This is the Vol Network Notebook, brought to you by your local Farmers Co-op. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. The 7th-ranked Tennessee Lady Vols trailed Auburn 55-51 late in the game Thursday night at Thompson-Boling Arena. Tennessee went on an impressive 16-2 run and went on to beat Auburn 71-59. Freshman Avina Westbrook keyed the rally, hitting 3 3-pointers and scoring 11 points in the 4th quarter. Lady Vols survived 28 turnovers, and Coach Holly Warlick said the team found a way to win.
And I didn't feel a panic in our team and on the bench, and we stayed the course. And down the stretch, we got better and we attacked and we made plays. Mercedes hit some free throws down the stretch, and so did Jamie Nard. So it had to be a team effort.
Jamie Nard notched another double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds. Lady Vols now 14-0, 2-0 in the SEC, and host Vanderbilt Sunday at noon. During the winter months, Vol Nation heats up with intense basketball action inside the comforts of Thompson-Boling Arena. But for those who farm for a living, there's no getting around being out in the elements. Their livestock to be cared for, fences to be mended, and equipment to be served. That's why folks turn to their local Farmers Co-op, where inside you'll find products ranging from feed to footwear and apparel to animal health items. Plus, the kind of neighbor-to-neighbor service you won't find anywhere else. Co-op, proudly farming Big Orange Country. Tennessee Volunteers look to snap a 2-game SEC losing streak, hosting Kentucky Saturday night. Coach Rick Barnes said it's all about Tennessee getting better.
We've got to play good basketball. We've got to get better, and we've played good basketball, but it's not just the guards, it's the post guys. And we've had good games where we've played well defensively, and didn't play well on offense, and when we put them both together, we've been a really good team.
Tennessee 9-4 on the season. Kentucky's won 3 straight and is 12-2. It's a 9 p.m. tip-off Saturday in Thompson-Bolding Arena. Reporting for the Vol Network, I'm Bob Kessel.
Wow, where did 2017 go? Wherever it went, it's behind us now, and we all get a fresh start here in the new year. If you're a business owner, there's no need to start 2018 off with outdated forms or stationery. Give Copies in a Flash a call, and they'll get everything updated in a flash. They're located at 1841 Business Park Drive and ready to help with all your printing needs. Call them at 931-551-3219 or check them out online at copiesinaflash.com. No job is too big or too small for Copies in a Flash, and they're just around the corner from where you are.
1400 WVWB.
The big 1400 WVWB, it is 8 o'clock, 17 degrees in downtown Clarksville. We'll take an extended look at our weather forecast after this update in national news.
WVWB, 1400 AM, Clarksville, Tennessee.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. With the Dow soaring to levels unseen, opening this morning above 25,000, We're about to get a look at another important economic indicator. Later in the morning, the government will issue its latest employment report.
Many economists expect the December jobs report to show a solid month of hiring. Economists have already forecast that employers added 189,000 jobs in December, according to a survey by the data provider FactSet. The unemployment rate is projected to remain at 4.1%, the lowest level since 2000. In addition, there's been solid economic growth in both the United States and major countries overseas, and that's supporting more hiring. And retailers have reported strong holiday sales. Builders also are ramping up home construction to meet growing demand. Shirley Smith, Washington.
It's going to be a bitterly cold weekend from the mid-Atlantic up through New England. In the aftermath of yesterday's winter storm, temperatures are plunging in the east. Also at SRNnews.com, South Korea says North Korea has accepted Seoul's offer to hold talks on how to cooperate on next month's Winter Olympics and how to improve overall ties. A book that the White House tried to stop is coming out 4 days early, Fire and Fury, being released today. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says President Trump was justified in trying to halt publication of the book.
The president absolutely believes in the First Amendment, but as we've said before, the president also believes in making sure that information is accurate before pushing it out as fact when it certainly and clearly is not.
Mr. Trump's private attorney says some of the claims made in the book about the president and the Trump White House are blatantly defamatory. Wall Street, Dow futures up 84 points. S&P futures ahead 8 points. This is SRN News. Male, female, or X. SRN's Michael Harrington explains.
There's a third option for gender on birth certificates in Washington state. Residents who don't want to identify as a man or a woman will be able to mark X on the document beginning this month. The State Department of Health defines X as including but not limited to, quote, intersex, agender, amalgagender, androgynous, bigender, demigender, female to male, gender fluid, non-binary, pangender, two-spirit, and unspecified. Michael Harrington, SRN News.
Preparations underway for the biggest pro-life rally in the Midwest. Organizers expect more than 6,000 people to attend the 2018 March for Life Chicago, scheduled January 14th on Federal Plaza. Spokesman Dawn Fitzpatrick saying we call upon religious, civic, and community leaders to renew every effort to build a nation and culture dedicated to protecting life at every stage and eliminating the violence of abortion. This is SRN News. Good news, if you can find a house you'd like to buy.
It's a little cheaper to borrow to buy a home. 30-year mortgage rates are now at an average of 3.95% this week. 15-year fixed rates dipped to 3.38%. And the average for a 5-year adjustable rate mortgage is now at 3.45%.
Correspondent Jackie Quinn. Cost of watching TV is going up, at least for some of us. Cable and satellite TV providers ringing in the new year with price hikes. Comcast, for instance, says customer bills will rise 2.2% on average in 2018. AT&T is raising DirecTV's prices by up to $8 a month in mid-January. Smaller providers planning increases as well. Over the past decade, prices for TV service have risen almost twice as fast as the rate of inflation. More details at srnnews.com.
Guess who's on the cutting edge of up-to-date checking services? Heritage Bank, that's who. You know we're neighborly. You know we're trustworthy. Now know that we have the edge on checking accounts. With Edge Checking, you get benefits like shopping discounts, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Now you can be on the cutting edge with a new checking account at Heritage Bank. We're more than a bank. We're your neighbor. Member FDIC, bankwithheritage.com.
The big 1400 WVWB. It is 8:05, Clarksville area weather. Very cold with sunshine, some clouds moving in later on today. 29 for an expected high, down to around 11 for an overnight low. Saturday, quite cold with plenty of sunshine, 28 for a high. Sunday, a rain chance, about 20%, a high of 44 degrees. Currently, we're at 17 degrees in downtown Clarksville. With a look at traffic, here's John Michaels.
Good morning. Traffic around the city and the county, moderately heavy at this time of the morning. Looks like 41A Fort Campbell, slow, especially on the north side. Woodlawn, 79 out in Woodlawn is very slow in a couple of spots. Riverside Drive, College Street, all busy at the moment. 41A out in Sango, busy. 48 and 13, if you're coming into the city from the county, very busy, especially out by Montgomery Central. Tylertown Road, Trenton Road, the 101st Parkway, all busy at the moment. 79 St. Bethlehem, busy, especially out by the interstate. And Rossview Road and the MLK connector, both going out to the interstate, very busy, very heavy traffic right at the moment. But 24 does look fairly good once you get on all the way into Nashville this morning. Let's check in with Commander Chuck and see what's going on with the Nashville area traffic.
Good morning. Our biggest delay remains out here on 24 westbound, trying to get past Harding Place. It all started from that wreck we had earlier, Old Murfreesboro Pike. Now at Smith Springs Road is tied up due to that accident. Moving a wreck at Sidco Drive at Harding Place. That's right behind 100 Oaks. Hey, if you're looking for the best bargains, check out GimmeA5.com. They're in Clarksville, Lebanon, Dixon, now Madison, with more locations on the way. That's GimmeA5.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
That's been a look at your traffic and weather together and the latest national news this morning, all brought to you by Heritage Bank. Once again, no accidents to report in the city or the county at the moment. So that it gets our Friday morning drive time off to a great start here in the 8 a.m. hour. It is 8:07. This is Good Morning Clarksville. Time now to start hour number 2. Good morning, Chuck.
Let's go back to hour number 1. Let's just
you want to
get
start
a redo.
Over?
Can we get a redo on that?
Sure.
You know, you got it on tape, right?
Yeah, rewind.
So we could play the best of and
just
start
leave. Oh, I mean, did I say that out
We
loud?
might be leaving a lot sooner than we think.
Oh, if we do
But
that.
it is hour number 2 on this Friday. Hope your day is going well. The 5th of January. Yes, yes, yes.
It is.
Yeah, and we're so glad that you allowed us to share part of the day with you here on Good Morning Clarksville.
Just for fun, music, too much.
The big 1400 WVWV. It is 17 degrees at 8:11. That was King Floyd. We got a Sports Now update coming your way at 8:20 this morning with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville, home of the Butter Buns. Quick jokes dyslexic.
Oh.
Okay, you ready?
I like this. Yes.
Jokes dyslexic. The answer, 2018. The question, what did Chris Christie's scale reading this morning?
2018 pounds weighing in.
The answer, red, yellow, and browns. The question, name 2 colors that leaves turn in a terrible NFL team.
I like that.
Jokes dyslexic. The answer, property taxes and many residents as of January 1st. The question, name 2 things that are very high in California.
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah. Get it while you can, because now they cracking down on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yesterday it was legalized. Today it's illegal.
Yep, it is illegal.
You know, because he said that most good people don't smoke marijuana.
But a lot of people need it medically. I think, you know, recreational marijuana, you know, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah.
But there are some people who have some medical benefits, seem to have some
I understand it's good
medicinal
for
benefits.
PTSD, too.
Yeah. Whatever.
You
If
know,
it's good, you know, for anything, PTSD
people I know that
or
have PTSD say that it really helps them
Relax
calm down. Yeah, and it kind of brings them. You know how the doctor was
Dr.
here
Rutherford, he said in the moment, being
yeah,
present.
and this brings them back into the present, calms them down, and brings them back to earth.
It's not like if you and I were doing it.
No, we'd be flying around the building here.
Yeah, we'd be flying around the building with a Twinkie in our hand, wanting more.
And a giant Coca-Cola in one hand and a Twinkie in the other.
A giant Pepsi here, right here.
Pepsi.
You're exactly right.
Okay.
The big 1400. WVWB, Chuck and John. This is the Friday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Hope your day is going well. Right now, 17 degrees. We expect a high today of 29. Bundle 1400 WVWB, the Friday edition of Good Morning Clarksville. Chuck and John. It is 17 degrees in downtown Clarksville at 8:18, going up to around 29 for a high today. So it had to come out. The top 5 colleges that love drinking games the most. 5 top colleges drinking games.
I like a party.
I've never participated in a drinking game.
You haven't?
No.
You haven't, Leo, till you do that.
I guess I missed out. Now, I didn't say I didn't drink. I just said I haven't missed out on a drinking.
Oh, yeah,
you
we
know,
used to play.
they play. What'd you play?
Games, all kinds. I probably can't remember most of them, but we used to play them. Kind of
anyway,
like musical chairs.
Yeah, interesting. Forbes magazine recently ranked the top colleges that give you the best bang for your buck. But if you really don't care about the whole smarts thing and just want to party, here we've got you covered. A new study looked at how many Instagram posts at each school reference drinking games. Things like beer pong and flip cup. And the most action by far is at a tech school in New Jersey that you've probably never heard of. It's called Stevens Institute of Technology. It's in Hoboken, New Jersey. And about 1.4% of their Instagram posts are about drinking games. That's 4 times higher than any other school. So they were number 1. Number 2, Rutgers University. What is going on in New Jersey?
They like to drink.
Yeah, evidently. As enrollment goes, it's the biggest school in the top 5. Savannah College of Art and Design, which is in Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yep.
They like to party there, too.
Yeah, Chapman University in Orange County, California.
I'm going to learn to draw.
And Strayer University in Arlington, Virginia. The stats show that the most popular drinking game is still beer pong.
Beer pong, yeah.
That's where you bounce a ball into a cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that in movies. The 3 schools that post about it the most are Stevens Institute, the University of Scranton, and Brown University, which is an Ivy League school.
We can go downtown and play if you want to.
Go downtown and play what?
Beer pong.
Downtown Clarksville?
Yeah.
Where are you going to play?
There's several places.
At 8:20 in the morning?
Yeah. I'd get them. They're probably not open, but I could probably entice them into opening. You know,
John, we don't need John to entice anybody to open so we can play beer pong. I'll pass. I'll just wait.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll do it tonight. Then.
Okay. WV 17 degrees in downtown Clarksville. Man, can you remember how many times you played that song?
I'd probably be rich if I had a nickel for every time I had to play that song.
Yeah, you'd probably be
have a couple
wealthy,
of
though,
dollars.
if you had a penny for every time you played that song.
Yeah, I would have a big bucket full.
I mean, that
That's
was
for sure.
really a song here on the Big 1400. Clarksville's Good Time Oldies back-to-back. We're just ahead of a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows. You know, the other day, Alaska, we talked about Alaska becoming a state.
Yeah.
Official. And just because Alaska became a state, are you ready to play yes or BS?
Oh, no.
With
We haven't
Alaska.
played that this
I know
year.
we haven't played it this year. This is the first time. And we're going to play yes or BS.
Okay.
And
Let's
Alaska
play.
is the key, which became officially a state. Okay?
If Sarah Palin can be governor, I can surely do.
Why
yes
did
or
you?
BS.
He had to go there. Sarah Palin. Okay, here we go. Ready?
I am ready, sir.
Yes or BS? Number one. Alaska was the 50th and last state admitted to the Union. Yes or BS?
BS.
Very good. It was the 49th state. Hawaii became the 50th state 7 months later. Number two, so you're on a roll. You got one right.
That's only one.
Alaska is so big you could fit more than 400 Rhode Islands inside of it. Yes or BS?
400 Rhode Islands. I have
Yes.
no idea. I'm going to say that's BS.
Yes. Alaska is the biggest state at roughly 650,000 square miles.
You mean it's bigger than Texas?
Yes.
I thought everything was bigger and better than Texas.
Yes.
But
that's
it's
what
not.
That's what they think too, but it's not.
It's not.
Rhode Island is the smallest, about 1,200 square miles.
Okay.
So you could fit well over 400 Rhode Islands in there inside of Alaska. It also has more coastline than any other 49 states combined. You believe that?
I learned something today.
It has more coastline though than all of the other 49 states combined.
Yeah, I don't believe. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is. Even though it's the biggest state, Alaska has the smallest population. Yes or BS?
I'm going to say that is yes.
BS.
Boy,
It's
you had
48.
see, you built me up and then you just let
I
me
know.
down. What do
It's
you do that
48.
for?
Wyoming has the fewest people at 580,000 people. Vermont is next with a population of 624,000. Then Alaska at 740,000. California is the most populous state. They've got about 40 million residents. Can you imagine? You know, here you are in Wyoming, you got, 580,000, and California has 40 million. Okay. The official state sport of Alaska is dog mushing, a.k.a. dog sled racing. Yes or BS?
I'm going to say yes.
Very good. It is. It's been the official sport since 1972. The most common dog they use for it is the Alaskan Husky, but the state dog is the Alaskan Malamute. They pull sleds too, but they're bigger and not as fast.
Oh.
And the last question, the lowest temperature that's ever been observed in Alaska was negative 80 degrees. The record high was 100 degrees. Yes or BS?
Oh, why? Where do you get these questions? I'm going to say that's yes.
Very good, John. You redeemed yourself. You redeemed yourself. A town in northern Alaska hit negative 80 back in 1971, and another town that's only 150 miles from there hit 100 degrees back in June of 1950. And a lot of people don't realize how hot it gets in Alaska. And when they were working on the Alaskan the road.
Oh.
When they were working the road up there, and they had all the military people up there.
Yeah.
And a lot of them died because of the mosquitoes.
Ooh.
Were so bad, and they were big.
Big giant mosquitoes.
At one time they were the state bird.
Oh, they were big.
But anyway, and a lot of people got sick and died because of the mosquito infestation.
I'll pass
because they got so
visiting
hot.
there.
So but Alaska has gotten very popular for cruises. Winter cruises. I know a number of people
went on one that way.
A lot of people love it. They love being able to go into a small town and just like you would do on a Bahama cruise.
Oh yeah.
So
I always fly
So you did
to
good.
the Bahamas.
You always, yeah. Well, you
To the
could go on a
Bahamas.
cruise.
I
You ever
could.
been on a cruise?
No.
You need
That's
to
why
go.
I always fly.
You need to go. No, you need to go on a
You
cruise.
get there in 2 hours?
You need to go on a cruise, John.
Why?
Because you get a chance to see a lot more scenery.
Yeah,
And
water.
you get a chance-
Oh, look,
no,
water.
That's just
Water.
You usually don't.
I don't feel so well. Water.
No, usually it's okay.
Oh.
You when you see all that water, when you see
throw
yourself
up.
surrounded by all that water,
I
when you
throw up.
no, when you see that as far as you can see, there's nothing but
Can't
water.
eat.
Just makes you think just how inconsequential you are in the scheme of things, but that somebody thinks a lot of you.
And put me in that big pool of water.
No, that somebody thinks a lot of you, and he created you.
Yeah. And put me in that big pool of water that I didn't really have to go in.
And all you got to worry, you ain't got to worry about a thing. He got you in the palm of his hand. We need to take a break now. It's about time now for a Sports Now update with Justin Swallows, brought to you by Culver's of Clarksville on the Big 1400.
This Sports Now update is presented by Culver's of Clarksville. Go online to culvers.com for an update on their frozen custard flavor of the day.
Right at 2 months after being fired as the University of Tennessee's head football coach, Butch Jones is back in the spotlight today after a recent interview with ESPN. Jones making his first public comments since being ousted at UT, made lots of excuses about going winless in conference play this past season, citing an unprecedented amount of injuries. He also went above and beyond to cite strides made within the Vols football program throughout his 5-year tenure, pointing to back-to-back 9-win seasons and 3 straight bowl wins for the first time this decade. Coach Jones has likely resurfaced to publicly campaign for the head coaching position at the University of Arizona. He's been mentioned as a front-runner for that recent opening due to his past relationship with Wildcats athletics director David Heek. Should Coach Jones land the Arizona job, his newfound compensation would go against the over $8 million contract buyout he is currently owed by UT football. Now to college basketball, where the Governors of Austin Peay are off to their best Ohio Valley Conference start since 2011, now standing at 3-0 in conference play after besting UT Martin last night inside the Dunn Center 75-69. Junior guard Chris Porter Button turned in a career best performance in the victory, sinking 3 of 5 3-point shots, dishing out 7 assists and pumping in a team high 16 points. The Govs will be back in action on Saturday night at 7 o'clock hosting the Red Hawks of Southeast Missouri State. Also, don't forget, fans will have high school basketball tonight here on the Big 1400. Clarksville Academy is on the road at Friendship Christian for a girl-boy doubleheader, and we will have the call starting with pregame coverage at 5:50. From the WVWB Sports Desk, this is Sports Now, and I'm Justin Swallows.
Family outings should be special. They should be memorable. They should be fun. And you'll find all of that and more with a short trip to Culver's of Clarksville. With a focus on customer service and quality farm-fresh ingredients, Culver's is serving food and fun at a whole new level. Go by today for one of their made-to-order butter burgers or a waffle cone stuffed with fresh frozen custard. They're at 140 Southampton Place, just off Wilma Rudolph Boulevard, Culver's of Clarksville. Welcome to Delicious.
Jukebox Gold.
You want to get out? Oh, what you gonna do? You want to get
Come on and get down.
In the morning away with Chuck and John on the Good Morning Clarksville show. This is WBWB, the big 1400. 18 degrees in downtown Clarksville, expecting a high today of 29. Don't forget, each Friday, which is today, 12 to 12:30, we've got Behind the Badge with Sandra Brandon here on the big 1400. Invite you to join for that. You know, you think about, you remember your first car?
Oh, yeah.
You remember? And
I do. Believe it or not, that is one thing I do.
It probably was not your dream car, was it?
No, but I liked it.
Because it was yours.
It was a 62 Chevy 3 on a tree.
62 Chevy. Well, that means those stick shift, right?
It was 3 on the tree.
Oh. Okay.
Stick shift was on the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But the steering column.
Yeah.
3 on the tree.
Stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. According to a new survey, most of us had to just get something that was basically get us from point A to point B. Only 17% of us had a first car that was brand new. 83% of us had a used car, and 23% of teenagers today get a hand-me-down from a relative. Yeah, that's a popular thing. 56% of drivers got their first set of wheels before they turned 18. I was not in that class.
You were not?
No, I was able to drive my parents' car, but I didn't get my first car until after I was over 18. 23% were in the 19 to 21 category. Everyone else was older than that. So I was in that.
Way older than that.
I was in that 23% class.
Okay.
If you were born after 1980, your first car was most likely a Chevy. When were you born?
Back in the day.
Oh, it wasn't. It was after 80.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, so anyway,
way before 80.
The rest of the top 5 first cars for millennials are Honda, Toyota, Ford, and Nissan. If you were born between 1960 and 1980, you were most likely had a Ford, followed by Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, and Pontiac. My first car was it was a blue.
What do you were like you were winding it up?
Yeah, no, I was trying to think of what it's called. They don't
crank it at the front.
No, it was a Valiant. Yeah, it almost was. It was a Valiant, and it was like.
And it took a Valiant effort to get it started and going.
I love that car. No, my first car was a '55 Chevy. And I loved that car. It was nice.
Sir.
Yeah, it was great. And for baby boomers, top 5 were Ford, Chevy, Volkswagen, Plymouth, and Toyota. So anyway, cars, the cars today, kids are getting their own cars, and a lot of them, you see kids in high school driving Beamers, and, but a lot of them are hand-me-downs.
Yeah, Beamers are hand-me-downs, yeah. Can I have a Beamer, please?
My sister,
she got the Beamer?
No, her kids have Beamers.
Oh, but they're hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Oh, this one only has, it's worn out. It only has 11,000 miles on it, so I better hand this one down. Is that right?
Kids today, they expect a lot more.
They're spoiled brats. Most of them are.
Oh, do we have a call? No, they hung up?
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that was just, some of the things I was reading about cars and, what they take on. We've got the Lady Vols basketball here on the Big 1400 Sunday. They take on Vanderbilt Lady Vols. It's an early game. Airtime 10:30, tip-off around 11 Sunday morning on the Big 1400.
That's right.
Yeah. WTD on the Good Morning Clarksville Friday edition, the 5th day of January. Chuck and John, thank you for being here. Going to get a high up to around 29 for a high today. Plenty of sunshine. Still going to be cold, 11 for an overnight low, frigid for tonight. For Saturday, much more of the same. I expect a high of around 28, overnight low Saturday of 18. Then Sunday will warm up to the mid-40s with a slight chance of showers by Sunday afternoon into Monday. Right now we're at 18 degrees in downtown Clarksville.
Cooking for large groups is exhausting, and it zaps the fun out of hosting parties and events. Let your friends at the Lunchbox do the cooking next time with carry-out catering for small family gatherings up to large company outings. Whether you want barbecue and sides, hot dogs and chips, or homemade chili, the Lunchbox has the food for your next party covered. Call them today at 931-802-8227. Or better yet, go sample their extensive menu at 2124 Woodlawn Road. Fresh ingredients become delicious homemade meals at the Lunchbox, Clarksville's new favorite eatery.
When you play the new multiplier instant games from the Tennessee Lottery, there's a chance you could win more cash than you expected. In fact, with multiplier games, you could turn $1,000 into $10,000, $5,000 into $250 grand, or you could even turn $10,000 into a whopping $2 million. So pick up a multiplier instant game today, and you could just watch the cash fall into place. Multiplier games, new from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Just remember to play responsibly. America, the home of fun-seeking adventurers.
America, it's fun as it can be.
And they all like draw games.
America, it's a game for you and me.
But wait till they get a load of Lotto America. With tickets just $1, drawings twice a week, and jackpots starting at $2 million. It's Lotto America from the Tennessee Lottery.
The new year is upon us, and we made it through the holiday season. Now it's time to stop dreaming of candy canes and sugar plums and think more practically. It's time for a new set of tires, and the place to get them is Hell Yeah Tires at the corner of Greenwood and Crossland Avenue in Clarksville. They have the area's largest selection of new and used tires, and they'll guarantee you the best deal in town. Head on down to Hell Yeah Tires at 702 Greenwood Avenue, or give them a call at 931-552-1403.
Moore's Office Supply is Clarksville's office supply and furniture experts. For office equipment, desks, chairs, and more, depend on Moore's Office Supply. Located on Franklin Street across from the Catholic Church, Moore's has been your business partner for office supplies in the Clarksville-Fort Campbell area for years. Call Moore's at 645-7200. That's 645-7200. And we'll deliver it for free. Moore's Office Supplies, Clarksville's office supply headquarters.
It's about time. TGIF.
The big 1400 WVWB. It is 18 degrees, and man, John, you set it out today, my friend. You set it out. We had
about
requests. Yeah, we had requests. Hope you enjoyed it.
I haven't danced that much since the 60s.
Yeah,
we used to do.
I could tell.
Fruit.
I could tell.
Whatever it was, the twist.
We've got Clarksville Academy basketball this weekend. We've got a game tonight. They play Friendship Christian. Airtime will be 5:45 tonight. Tip-off 6 o'clock for the girls, 7:30 for the boys. And then the Cougars turn around again, and they've got a game Saturday against Good Pasture. Airtime 1:15, 1:30 for the girls, around 3 o'clock for the boys game, right here on the Big 1400 Cougar basketball. Yeah.
I'm still lightheaded.
Yeah.
Lord,
them lights going on. The way you were flicking these lights here in the studio, you know.
I almost got out the fog machine. I've got one up in the attic
don't do
there.
that. Don't do that.
I've
don't
got
do that.
one.
I wouldn't have been able to
bring it down here, and we can fill this place with smoke and fog.
So the best way we know how is to have some good news to finish up this Friday.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Here on the Big 1400, the Good Morning Clarksville.
I catch my breath.
There were two guys in Hawaii named Alan Robinson and Walter McFarland, and they met about 60 years ago when they were in the 6th grade. They've been close friends ever since, but they recently found out that they're even closer than they realized. You see, Walter never knew his dad. He started searching for him online a few years ago. He eventually signed up for a DNA matching service through Ancestry.com. And he found out that he was closely related to another user who sent in their DNA. The other user turned out to be Alan. They're half brothers. They were born 15 months apart, and they had the same mother. Once you know that they're related, it makes sense because they do kind of look alike, but Alan was adopted, never knew his parents, so that's why they never figured it out. He's been using Ancestry.com to try to track any family members who might still be alive. He says that he's pretty shocked. He was pretty shocked when it turned out that his closest living relative was one of his best friends. They surprised their friends and family with news at a party 2 days before Christmas. Alan said it was the best Christmas present he could have imagined.
You made a tear come to my eye. That's some really good news.
That's wonderful news. That's great news. That's great. It's been a great day. It's been a great day.
It has.
Thank you for allowing us to share part of your Friday here on Good Morning Clarksville. Hope that your day is well. Hope that you will have a great weekend. We look forward to being with you again, say Monday. Come back. We'll do it all again, okay? Till then.